we're back. Hello. So he basically just boots you guys out of the shop. He said, "Boop, you're done." And we'll change scenes as.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Oh, you're going into the. I thought you were going into the tavern.
Oh, no, I was kidding.
So you go into Hannibal Cannon's Fine Ale House. All right. Well. Immediately upon entering this ale house, you are hit with the smell of some sort of fruit. It smells like it's been cooked. Not sure what kind it is or where the smell is coming from exactly, but it just kind of fills the air. There are a few patrons in here. Most of them are humans. There are a few elves. They're sitting around drinking their ales and beers and whatnot. Off to your right, there is the main bar, and you can see. This would be no surprise to Keelakek because you've already met this person. But Hannibal Cannon, the patron of the establishment here, they don't seem to be living or dead. Their flesh is very zombie-like, but it's still together enough to where maybe they could still pass as a person. They're just kind of leaning over and cleaning one of the glasses, putting it on a rack, cleaning another one of the glasses, putting it on a rack. There's a few, there's two people kind of running around to the tables, finding what everyone wants, going over to, one of them goes to Hannibal, gets some drinks, the other one goes into a door in the back, and then, comes back with a tray of food. You enter the place. Everything kind of stops for a second as every patron turns to look. It's a very motley crew you've kind of got here. They look at you for a couple seconds and go back to eating their food and their conversations and their drink.
As they're looking at Keelakek, he obviously cloak of billowing.
Yeah, so the cloak billows out when you go through the door. And the patron, Hannibal, looks at you when you do that. Well, that's new.
It's been a while.
He's alive.
Friend?
How's it been?
Quiet.
Keelakek could make it less quiet if you wish.
Please do.
Maybe later. He cleans more glasses.
Keelakek will walk up to him. Keelakek has a small group with him. This is just a few. There's, I think, 6 total. Looking for drink and food.
Well, we can certainly make accommodations.
What's the best you've got?
The best we have.
We've been on the road for a while. Some warm food in our bellies would be quite nice right now.
Best we have. I suppose that depends on the person. Meat eaters in the group, or mostly just not.
We've got one or two that do not partake in the deliciousness that is meat.
Hmm.
And he looks over at Nemi. Not sure about this one, however. What is your food of preference, friend?
Apples.
We can do that.
You heard them.
We have a fruit stew. Comes with a tankard of beer.
Eyes light up immediately. Fruit stew?
Fruit stew.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh my god.
It's
I wish I can have it IRL.
It's fruit stew. We get a whole bunch of fruit together, chop it up, and cook it. Make a stew out of it. So we'll get
That
two of
sounds
those.
good.
That's the only like non meaty dish we have.
We'll take 3, just to be safe.
All right. The rest of our dishes are centered around eggs.
Can I have eggs?
We'll take the spread.
We'll do the spread.
Yeah!
Thank you, Tuna, for the $6.90. Nice.
Noish.
Nice. Thank you so much. So, I'll put that order in. That'll be, say 3 gold for the lot.
Give him 5.
Ooh, generous. Slides it over across the counter, puts it in his little coin purse.
Kilikek was could not help but notice that there was what looked to be some sort of repairs going on. That's new.
Oh, yeah. Gnolls hit us a few days ago. We fended them off.
Gnolls.
Indeed.
What's a gnoll?
It's savage dog-like creature.
That's interesting you should say that.
Why is that?
Apparently, we have had run-in with the Gnolls as well. However, do not remember this. Do not know what's going on exactly. We're just trying to catch our bearings.
Did you hit your head?
Kilikek does not know.
That's unfortunate. I hope it doesn't affect your music.
I've already tested that. Don't worry, my friend.
Well, as you would. Yeah, just Gnolls. They came through a couple days ago. It was in the middle of the day. It was very brazen.
Well, when my compatriots get here, we can discuss this. Hydrate.
Oh shit. I chugged all my water. I gotta get it. I gotta get another. Oh wait, I got Coke.
I mean, you know hydrate's coming, man. Always
You're right.
prep.
You're right. I gotta have water on me.
And you have not found out who is behind this attack?
Not yet, but I think it's being looked into. As you can see, most of the living here aren't. He kind of points around the tavern. Not really the fighting type.
It would seem that all we do nowadays is fight.
Well,
Have you heard of what happened to Dunn?
I heard the news. It's tragic. They could use all the help they can get right now, but not many people want that help from us.
That's sad.
People do not trust what they do not understand.
This is true. It does not stop Oriole from trying.
Oriole?
Yes, the proverbial leader of our village here.
It has been a while, so forgive if Keetakek does not remember all the details.
Quite all right.
Well, I'll take the table over here in the corner. It seems like it might be big enough.
That is absolutely fine.
And
Llewellyn has an inspiration.
And you can just deliver
Thank
the
you.
food there, and we'll wait for our comrades to come, and we can discuss this a little bit later. Keetakek does not want to speak for everyone here, so
Fair
it
enough.
was good seeing you, friend.
You as well. Let me know if you need anything.
Keetakek will, thank you. He just kind of goes over to the table.
It's another glass. You realize now, like, you have no idea where he's pulling these glasses from. He just grabs another one from under the counter, cleans it, puts it up here, but it's just constant. He's not reaching down very far. He's just like going, like reaching under the counter, pulling out a glass, putting it over.
Probably like a little
Rack.
skeleton, just kind of like handing it up to him.
He has infinite cups.
Bro,
You don't know
that's
how it's
honestly
working.
insane.
You don't know how it's working, but he's just grabbing another one, pulling it out, putting it on the rack to dry.
What is this?
Bruh.
What is this Keelikek emote? What?
Oh, you
What?
can spend your channel points to like modify the emotes,
Oh no.
and put
That's
like
so
extra little
cool.
graphics on it, so it looks like he's done something silly
Like,
with Keelikek. Yeah.
I feel like this
course.
guy, that's like the only spell he knows, creating more glasses. And he's like, well, I know what I'm going to be when I get older.
Create glass. Yeah, that's funny.
Mm.
Yeah, so it takes it's a fairly large order. It takes about 20 minutes before everything comes out, which is enough time for Tindra and Lou to be shunned out of the shop and head back your way.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys
Shunned seems like a harsh term. For
Turned
the
away. How's
shopkeeper
that?
was a bitch.
he turned you away. So yeah.
Refused
He
to
sucked.
serve.
I'll say
Hello, friends. How did the shopping go? Did you find everything you
Guy was a
needed?
dick. We found a
Yep,
few
guy
items,
sucked.
but the guy sucked. But we also found that he very likely sold the ritual stuff to someone, but we just don't know who or what it was. So
Yeah.
the plot thickens, as they say.
I don't. Yeah, he seemed to not know anything about it. He seemed kind of truthful when he told us that he'd never sold anything like that, or at least through his shop. So not much evidence there.
Mm.
They do think he's my son, though. So
Is he
Yeah.
not?
no.
Oh.
He's
Why would you think
everyone's
that?
son. The whole party.
I will say when Tindra comes through here and is like sitting over at the table, Hannibal kind of looks at Keelikek and then looks at the kid and like,
It is a
Getting even
long
worse 'cause-
story.
Tindra's just gonna start like rolling like a big old stogie.
A very long story.
fine.
Don't worry, friends. We have piping hot food on the way. We've got a spread coming. By the way, I asked about the repairs. Apparently, this town has been attacked by Gnolls as well.
When
Okay.
was that? Because we were apparently attacked by Gnolls like recently.
That, according to what friend Lou has said, this is correct.
How drunk were we?
I don't know. A lot of. I don't know.
Hmm.
Worrisome though.
I
They said
don't
they
think we
attacked
were
during
drunk.
the day.
We weren't.
This town was attacked during the day by the Gnolls.
Like, yeah, but which day? Like recently, or?
Uh,
2 days ago.
friends,
It was. He said it was 2 days ago,
2 days ago.
which
2 days ago.
doesn't really tell you a whole lot because you honestly have lost track of what day it is now.
Well, we know it's a month. So this doesn't be
you know
matter.
it's, you know it's the next month. Yeah.
We don't know how long it's been since anything has happened. So,
Well, I don't know. I'll show like my bruise. I don't know. This is kind of fresh, so it would probably be in the last couple of days.
Can I try healing that? Is that like a thing I could do?
Healing bruises?
Yeah.
I mean, you can certainly try.
No, the way you say try, you know, I'm not a fan.
I mean, it depends on your class, there, buddy.
You know, I don't think that many people would anyway. So carry on. It wouldn't even occur to him.
Tinder will remember this.
It's like a telltale game. Everybody remembers the time the healer didn't heal.
It's true.
Maybe it's an Aaron thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay,
be fair,
so
I-
what's going to be on?
should we, if we want, we can see if we can maybe help him investigate who might be behind the attack here, might give us a lead as to why we were attacked as well. It could be related, it could not.
Well, I mean, I don't think Gnolls will attack a city just randomly.
We know Dunn was not attacked just randomly, correct? Seems like a lot of that going around these days.
Well, Dunn was attacked for the child. I don't know. I mean, but they also attacked with large numbers and giant and stuff. So it seems a bit weird that they would just attack with a couple of Gnolls and then give up. But yeah, we can certainly investigate it more, maybe.
What does friend Lou think?
You
I
guys-
think if we're gonna invest, go ahead.
You guys adjust your attention to Lou, and I need everybody except Llewellyn to make a perception check.
Oh dear.
Don't worry about it. No, it's not coming into. It's not a thing that's happening. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Ooh.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay.
Oh!
So,
Oh
so
darn!
everyone notices, except for Tindra.
I'm busy.
Yeah, Tindra, you're busy
rolling a
like,
stogie.
with the stogie, or you're on the wrong side of Llewellyn, or whatever it is. But
He would never
the,
doubt his mom.
the rest. Where? Can I ask you a question, Lou?
Yeah.
Specifically, where's the blade?
Okay. The
The new
blade.
one.
I think once I got to like sit down, I just probably moved it to like my left thigh, like just
Okay.
pulled it out of the thing just so I could be more comfortable.
Okay, so left thigh.
Put it on my
but,
leg.
Like, is it under a cloak or?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
It's just like on my leg.
oh,
It's like strapped.
well. Okay.
Yeah,
Literally strapped.
I'm literally strapped.
So, the three of you.
Andy.
Somehow Tindra misses this, because if it's just out in the open with a 5, then all you would have needed was a 5. So
I mean, I'm not showing it
I
off
mean,
to the.
My
to the
passive
Right.
perception is
but
like a
you're
16.
not hiding it.
Yeah.
So
Would his process perception be high enough to see this?
he's currently working on something else, so
I mean, to be fair, like as long as it's not killing her, I don't care.
it's not killing
Good
her.
attitude. Good mentality.
However-
I love it.
If it was hurting her, she'd tell me, and it would be important.
So Keelikek, Nimi, and Draxon, the three of you notice that Lou's leg, where that sword is covered in blood, like dripping blood.
Cast prestidigitation.
Friend, Lou.
What?
Your leg.
I look down.
Your,
I'm covered in blood.
your leg is covered in blood, like it's starting to pool under your chair.
Okay, I'm gonna take it off of my leg. I'm gonna put it on my other leg, and I'm gonna go. Can someone Can someone clean this up for me, please? And I'll go, Tindra.
What?
I'll ask the party. Do we have rooms yet?
I was
I
gonna
didn't-
work
I-
on that.
Keelikek has not gotten the rooms yet.
All right, let's
Keelikek,
try to
you
work
should
on
let-
it quickly.
Keelikek, you should let us play your music so that we can get rooms and I can dance. It'll be great.
We will
Keelikek.
do this, friend.
You would know that this is just an ale house. This is not an inn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inn is in another building. This is not like done.
The inn,
What's finished? Why do you keep bringing up that place?
the inn for travelers who pass through, because there is no actual inn, but people who wish to have a place to stay that are just passing through can go to the church.
Doing that? No. All right.
Church.
The Church of
Church.
Ross.
Lovely.
Right. Man, I'm glad Keelik
I love
knows
going-
stuff.
He's been through here.
This is such a nice change
He's
of
slept
pace.
there before.
Don't get used to it.
Uh, okay. So I'm going to like kind of nudge my sword, my dagger with the sheath onto the table and just go, "Can you identify this really quickly?"
Yeah, so
Does Hannibal see this as well?
I mean, he's still working on his glasses.
It's the only
He just
spell he
kinda,
knows, guys.
looks over, big old toothy grin. A very, very long story.
Does prestidigitation do anything?
It'll clean up the blood for a moment because it's still coming
As-
out.
Every time it keeps happening. Oh, I didn't mean to hit my mic.
You
Shit.
good, you good.
Every time it keeps happening, I just keep doing it.
mean, it's-
I'm watching very intently. Just
Some of the other patrons have started to notice what's happening here.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna get up and leave and go. You come with me and grab Tindra by the scruff.
There's a trail of thick, viscous, red
They're
liquid.
cleaning it up.
Yes, I
am-
understand that, but that's once every 6 seconds. And as you're walking, as you're walking by, they're prestidigitation.
Squelch.
It takes it takes a moment.
On a
right?
Suba.
So by the time you've gotten to the door and left this long trail of blood behind you, it's going to take them like a minute to clean it all up. Hannibal doesn't say anything because it's getting cleaned up, but he's just kind of looking at Keelikek.
Perhaps this is our cue.
maybe
I
we
hope
should.
I
you
didn't
enjoyed
mean
the
to do
food.
that.
Keelikek
gave him 5
apologizes
gold.
for his friends.
Again, he's in a
Perhaps a
town with
change of
zombies.
pace is in order. He stands up. Friend Nami,
Mm.
come join Keelikek. We will play a song and the dance.
You can look at Nemi is ready. He pulls out these. I haven't mentioned this actually. You would have noticed by now that he has like these chakrams on his hip that jingle whenever he walks or does anything, and they make tan noises. They're essentially just tambourines, tans made to kill people. And
We're never being stealthy again.
and yeah, so he just kind of he jumps up and they
Opened my
they
whole
jingle. He takes them off
Love
and
it.
he's ready.
All right.
Performance check.
Performance check from both of you. Yeah.
Can
Right.
Draxon quickly catch up to Lou and Tindra to not be a part of that?
The three of you
There's food
leave,
coming.
You
There's
walk
food
out.
coming.
and then Keelakek and Nimi are gonna play a song and dance a jig.
My performance check did not roll in. What the fuck?
Performance.
Double-
Performance.
Double to
What kind of?
22.
Yeah,
not
mine
bad.
didn't.
Not bad. Not
I
bad.
didn't.
22 is
I
good.
didn't show up.
21.
Ooh.
Yeah.
High five.
So,
Yeah.
Keelakek is still the best bard.
so the
For now.
performance is solid, and while the patrons of this place don't forget what they just saw, and they will probably talk about it later with their families, they're not paying attention to it now.
Can I ask a
Perfect.
question, Josh? Who is the like shyest looking person in the tavern?
Oh, let me take a look.
Oh, no. I love this.
Let me take a look. Who do we have in here?
Now I'm really glad I left because it would have been me.
Who do we have? in here?
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
if you were still here, it would have actually been you, Drexen.
Okay. So in one of the corner tables, there is a solo full-blooded orc, feminine features, very long pointed ears that kind of droop back, and they seem to just be hidden in their food, like they're just burying their face in the food in front of them and their cup. They're not paying attention to anything else in the place. Like you can see, like they've glanced up a few times and they've noticed like what's going on. They literally do not care about anything that's happening here right now, and they are just
That's
shoveling food in and drinking.
That's not the vibe I'm looking for. Okay, the next shyest person.
Well, let's maybe go to the next. Okay, let me check this person right here. Alright, no,
That's
no.
the type of person that will get mad at what happens next.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Somebody who looks a little like they're at least enjoying the performance and not ignoring it.
Okay. There is there is a human. They are wearing like a leather armor. They've got a shield setting off to the side of their chair. And there's a long sword threaded through the strap of the shield. And they're sitting there, they're eating their food, they're drinking. They're kind of tapping their foot on the ground in beat with the music. So you can tell they may have some performative notions themselves, maybe, but they seem to be like just kind of doing their own thing at the same time. Like they're
Great.
paying attention and they seem to be enjoying it, but it's like it's kind of like those weird glances off to the side every now and then, like, oh come on, leave me alone, one of those kind of vibes.
Great. And then he throws non-lethally, like just like on the ground in front of him, will like accidentally slip and drop one of their chakrams and then like have it land like in front of him
Gotcha.
while casting light on it.
Okay.
So this glowing chakram flies and lands in front of this guy, and Nemi will wherever Keelakek and Nemi are dancing from, he'll kind of leap outwards and kind of land in front of them, and then kind of hold it out towards this person,
Okay.
kind of like gesturing him to take it.
He kind of looks around and looks to Hannibal and some of the other patrons and just kind of reaches his hand out, grabs it.
Second he grabs it, I yank him up to his feet and begin dancing with him.
Oh God. Okay. Let me see how he feels about this.
If I have to make some sort of charisma check, you already know what the hell is about to happen next.
Not put off. Not put off by this. He's not unwilling. It's just awkward.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. He's just dancing. He's just picked somebody out of the crowd, and we'll dance with them.
Oh, he actually he got a 21 on his performance check, so he's dancing just as well as you are. It's like
There we go.
It takes him a moment to get into it, but he's like,
Yeah.
he's there.
Yeah. All that he wants.
We're all just kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
this guy.
All that he wanted. And yeah, then we will continue dancing with this person until they do not want to anymore.
Cool. Okay. So while there is now a party inside of Hannibal's going on, what's going on in the alley outside?
I have
As
rushed out.
Llewellyn
Hold.
continues to bleed everywhere.
I am yanking Tindra, and I am gonna sit him down in like a quiet alley, pull out the blade, stab it into the ground, and go, "What is it?"
It's a dagger.
All right, no, use your magic. Do something.
All right.
Cast Identify.
Yeah.
You have only heard of items like this in stories.
Ooh.
This item,
Of course, you pick up something weird.
this strange dagger-like thing, is a weapon as old as the Convergence.
Interesting.
You know that the presence of this item is seen by a lot of the common folk of the world as a curse,
I'm getting that vibe.
because this item's not found, it is bestowed. And it generally means that whoever has this has been chosen.
Mm.
The item is called Bloodbound. It is a legendary longsword. And it is a vestige.
Who did?
So, I'm going to identify that. And since you are the one who cast Identify, I will show you the stats for it. And
Sorry, I was just reading,
Yeah.
reading what the inscription says. Like, it sucks to be someone. That's not me.
I've also identified this for Lou, so Lou, you can open that thing up now.
I will. I'm just highlighting all my notes in red.
Yeah, so there is an inscription on one side of the cross guard that reads, "Penance must be paid."
Son of a...
And on the other side of the cross guard, it says, "No more of my kin shall perish."
I don't know what that means. So, joke's on you,
Lou
my
doesn't.
god.
Lou doesn't. You should.
I do.
I can't seem to access what the.
The image?
Oh, never mind. No, that's. I didn't know. I can't see anything on there that would explain why it bleeds everywhere.
Well, let me show you the image of the
So I
sword.
just didn't know if there was a
don't-
bit more.
I'm gonna go.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
have
go.
the-
Curse bit.
I'm gonna go to the combat overlay just so people can see what this thing actually looks like. So it's the blade itself isn't formed, so keep that in mind when I show you this.
Oh, is it one of those I gotta do it myself? Man. nobody tell me this.
That is
Hey,
so.
looks
So
cool,
if you
though.
see the
That
dark,
does look kinda
if you see
dope.
the
Hold
dark
up.
blade in the middle there, you see that dark rod in the middle. That is a blade, but that is what you're seeing.
Ooh.
Just that.
I'm not mad at it. That kind of looks sexy. I'm not. That's
It is quite nice looking.
Mhm.
KP. How
Uh,
much for you to make this for me?
What you got?
How much blood you got?
I don't remember who the artist
10
was,
liters, I think.
and now I feel really bad. If you search the hashtag sword timber on Twitter, you should be able to find it. I had the artist name too. I forget who that was. Now I feel bad.
Honestly, I could probably make that in like pretty quick, unless you want it to light up, which of course you do.
It's gotta light up, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what the blade looks like.
Yeah. Chris has something very similar to this actually.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's funny.
Bro, what did I come back to? I come back and there's like a fucking
That's
demon
my
blade on my
sword.
screen.
That's
That
is awesome.
That's Lou's sword. Yeah.
It's
I
not a
dig it.
demon blade, okay? It's a very holy.
It is a
Mhm.
very religious tool. Yes.
Bro,
Holy
turn your
means
sword on in the
something-
background, KP.
Oh,
Say what?
Yeah, Tidra will obviously then roll the simplicities of the sword, so to speak, and be like, oh, but the good side of it is that this is something that was given to you. You were chosen to wield this powerful weapon. So,
Oh.
take that as you will.
right.
But yeah, enjoy. The penance bit will certainly be interesting.
Yeah. So
What
when
penance bit?
I don't know what you did to deserve this, but you're obviously done something right or
so
wrong.
if you look at the sword, there are some thorns that protrude off the handle. I don't think it's actually on the art, but to activate the blade, you have to squeeze down on those, and that deals 2d8 plus 4 necrotic damage to you. You cannot reduce that in any way. However, that gives you the same amount of damage you take as temporary hit points, and that's the penance. Because once the battle's done, those temporary hit points go away, and you're weaker than when you started.
That's fine. I do that anyway.
Kind of.
I'm a tank.
But it's got some.
Okay.
It has some other really cool features to it.
I'm reading them.
Yeah. Now, you also have to keep in mind that temporary hit points don't stack, so some of the other features will override those hit points, those temp hit points that you got from the initial thing. And then, obviously, eventually this will grow in power because it is a vestige.
I got an ASI boost. My con real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tindra will also mention that this is a vestige that will potentially get stronger if she wants it to be.
Okay. So, quick question. How do I get it to stop bleeding?
Pay the penance.
Hydrate.
Tindra, you would know. You don't.
Well, it's just inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe I can get it in a leather bag. Actually, open your backpack.
I have an extra backpack. I'll
No.
hold out the empty backpack.
No, I need
No,
his
we
backpack.
need-
We have stuff in there.
Cool. I'll open a backpack.
Is there anything in there I could use to have it soak up the blood for a while?
I mean,
Like a
just
leather-
put it in the extra backpack and put the backpack in this one because it goes to a different plane of existence. So if it bleeds, it bleeds.
I mean, it's fair,
God,
but what if
poor
I need it?
Vase. Poor Vice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dig around for a bit, see what I can find.
I mean, there's.
I want to keep it on me because it's cool, but I just want like
The
a
only-
leather
the only,
something.
The only thing to do would be for you to take the bag of holding, but other than that, you're gonna just have to deal with it bleeding everywhere.
All right.
I'm saving the
Okay.
picture of the sword, by the way. And put it down here.
I'll just keep it.
Still
Fine.
got this backpack you can put around it.
Do you not want it?
It's empty.
Oh.
I woke up and I had two. One with my stuff and this one.
You could put your stuff in this one too.
Why did everyone?
take the
Why did everyone get some stuff? But why did I not get anything?
I
I
know.
assumed someone lost a backpack, but apparently you all have yours, so I found an extra backpack.
I will just keep it on me and keep it in its sheath and make sure that I clean up the blood. Speaking of which, we might have to go to the general store so I can pick up rags to clean it up with.
I mean, it might.
It's just...
Travel's just gonna be really slow right now. Precipitation. Precipitation.
I
Precipitation.
can't stealth anymore with this group. Gosh dang it. My whole shtick has been ruined.
Hey, Draxon. Hey, Draxon.
You fucked up.
Should have let that dragon eat me.
Look, I'll put it in the bag if it makes you happy, but then the bag's just gonna be drippy.
Well, maybe you can ask the guy at the store to see if he has like maybe a bag of holding or something, or maybe he can enchant a scabbard to be a bag of holding, but only for your sword or something. So that way, you'll have it on you, but you'll have it without bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, that seems fair. Okay. So now I know what it is. We can do whatever we were gonna do after.
Scabbard of
I'm done.
holding.
Scabbard of holding. I'd
mean-
have to empty it out
it's-
a lot.
A bag of holding is just an enchanted bag, right?
Well, yeah, but it can only hold so much, and then it pops.
Mhm.
So if you do put that in the bag of holding, eventually,
Well, I mean, again, I'm just saying that maybe if Gurnan has her own one, she can remember to empty the blood out of the bag at some point.
sure.
I mean, the alternative is we're not allowed in society anymore, so she's gonna have to make a choice. Because bleeding
So
everywhere
this
is
sword
not gonna go well.
just bleeds and just won't stop bleeding. Is that the idea?
Yep.
It won't stop bleeding.
Mm.
Which seems a bit of a waste if it needs blood to function. Just throwing it out there.
Sorry,
Seems-
I
seems a
couldn't,
bit-
I
seems a
couldn't
bit-
not.
seems a bit foolish.
Why would you do this to me? Why would you do
I had to
this
put that
to
extra
me?
syllable in there, but it works.
How
Ah.
could this happen to me?
I apologize. So yeah, it's a thing you have to work around now, but you got a really cool sword out of it.
Next time you ask your god for some free stuff, maybe ask them for, less messy stuff.
I didn't ask for this, I don't think.
Kendra doesn't remember
Well, you wouldn't have just gotten it for no reason. You must have done something.
I don't know.
Did
I remember-
you
I
do
remember-
Did you do a special quest? Did you ask nicely? Did you ask angrily? Did you drain someone really important of blood and
I don't.
that was good?
I remember
You
the
remember
ritual.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be like, I may have asked to be a champion of my god. Maybe.
Well, definitely, I would say, judging from blood person, blood weapon, blood god.
Yeah, I didn't think about it would be drippy.
Blood.
Have you met blood?
I've eaten blood sausage. It's lovely.
Eh.
Drippy. Not the good kind. Don't like that.
If you want to fry your sword, I guess maybe we can make it stop.
Can we cauterize the sword?
But again, maybe next time just ask your god for less messy stuff.
You can
Or-
try.
All right. Draxon, only Draxon and Tindra are here, right?
For now, yes. You can.
Okay.
There's is getting loud inside of Hannibal's.
Okay, great. That's fantastic. Nobody's around?
No, there's some skeletons every now and then we'll pass by.
Okay, can we go to a place that's a little quieter, a little bit less traffic?
Well, maybe you could attach your sword to your horse, and then that way it will be on your person-ish, but not on your person when we're in like towns and stuff.
That's a good idea, actually.
We can give it to Dan.
I will not give it to Dan. Dan can have my sword.
You can now
Dan will
give
die
your
immediately.
regular sword to Dan, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm
hand me
done
down. Sheesh.
I mean,
I'm
it's still a
done.
sword.
with this. So if I was gonna try to get somewhere more quiet, but I feel like Keelikek and Nemi might have stuff to do. So
What, another number?
Oh.
We're having a good old time.
3, they're definitely getting an encore.
You talking about the Shotel? Is that what you're wanting to give to Dan?
yeah,
Oh,
I
the
might go to
hotel.
the.
I thought
go
that's
to
what
the
you called
shop.
the tavern.
The regular shop? Oh, Dan's already got an
Yeah.
arming sword. Do you want to give him the other one?
Well, he said he had shitty like armor and stuff. And
He has bad armor.
shitty sword.
But the arming sword, it's just a long sword without the versatile property.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Well-
it's still a sword.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know if I could give him my Shotel, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
Shotel
Okay.
Hotel.
So you're gonna
So
go.
unless, yeah, somewhere quieter, less traffic.
Okay. So something you notice when you're kind of walking around trying to find like a less quiet or a more quiet area is that other than the square, these are all houses. Like people live here.
Okay.
So like if you're trying to find a quiet corner, it's going to be next to somebody's house.
Got
You can
it.
still do it, but somebody might poke their head out of the window and be like,
So then
"Hey,
never mind.
get off my lawn!" There's
Got it.
no lawns
So then-
here. Nobody has lawn.
You should.
It's a undead city. Nobody has a lawn.
You should.
It's undead grass.
Okay. Well then, I will stay where we were and tell Tindra and Draxon, because I don't think Draxon cares, and I think Tindra would think it's interesting. And I will get real close to Tindra and go, if anyone else finds out about this, I will kill you.
I mean, points at the sword, literally bleeding on the street.
There is a sizable pool of blood underneath you now.
Okay, we need rags or something.
I keep telling you, backpack.
I'm gonna put it in the backpack.
You put it in the backpack.
Okay. Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
boy.
tell Tindra. So, long before there was... I don't remember all that happened, but I remember the sky being dark, like blood, and the moon taking over. I don't recall what made me do it, but I remember what happened, and it was that Iffy, being the elder, is you. Do you know the story of Iffy?
No.
Okay. Well,
I
Iffy,
gotta admit, I never really read vampire novels as a kid.
he's not a vampire. Why? At this point, it's just getting offensive.
Blood. just keeps pointing at the blood source.
And
The proper term is mosquito.
You notice now after you've been sitting here for a while that it's starting to soak into the ground.
Ooh, that's not good. Property damage.
but once it's so like the it's in the backpack now, so it's not.
Okay. Actively drippy.
The sword is, but the backpack hasn't gotten to the point where it's drippy yet.
Okay. That's fair.
And so eventually that blood does kind of just soak in and disappear. There's no trace of it.
Tindra has an idea.
That's good to know.
So
Find
what
the
we
off
do
switch.
is we get you like a holder for it, like a scabbard for it. But what we do is we buy an item called Dust of Dryness, Dust of Dryness in, and we line the scabbard with the Dust of Dryness, and then that will absorb the blood all the time.
That's not a bad idea. Let's go back to the shop after I tell you this. So Iffy, at the beginning of time, is the first creation of the three spheres as we come to know them. They were born to keep the peace between all the gods. You know, they always have issues, and when they have issues, they resort to violence, as many gods do. And they were born to keep peace between, well, that came after, but if he fought to keep us mortals alive, and they were born to combat forces that prevented whatever the three spheres were from creating more gods. So they were the firstborn, and they fought back whatever was preventing the three spheres from making more, so that their younger siblings would be born. They were said to have been born like fighting and with a sword and armor, and they'd been fighting alone for many millennia before the three spheres created more gods. They love all of their siblings, and they never allowed deities to kill one another. And for that reason, a lot of midwives and soldiers pray to Iffy, because they represent the balance between life and death. And as you know, I wear a pomegranate and a crescent moon on my chest. And Iffy is the one who prevents a lot of gods from killing each other. However, a very, very long time ago, and I will look around to make sure nothing is watching or anything.
Yeah, you make perception check.
Cool. I'm awful at that. So if anyone wants to help me,
You're awful at percepting. You're just average at percepting. You're not awful.
I'm just
That's
looking
an
around.
Awful percepting roll. So you look around and like you don't see any living things, but again, occasionally a skeleton or a zombie will walk by.
Okay. Well, I'm just visibly like trying to look around and see if anyone's listening.
Tindra's just got his finger on fire and he's lighting it stogie.
There is currently a skeleton that's kind of meandering down the road past you.
Okay. I'll wait till it's gone and then continue.
Okay.
And I'll get quieter and closer, and I'll go. A long time ago, Iffy perhaps killed one of the gods to put into the heart of our planet. And the reason, well, I know the reason why, right? For the seas.
It's why the oceans are the way they are.
Okay, I'll explain. The reason that our oceans are red is because the heart continues to bleed into our water. And if
Makes
anyone
sense.
found out, we would be made to seem very non-human and evil.
Yeah, an ocean full of blood will probably do that to you.
No, I mean, we're already kind of on the brink of not being good, and the only reason people don't mind us too much is because they don't know. They think of us still as like the people that midwives and stuff pray to, and we liked if you liked mortals, so we did that. And I'm just checking their reactions to it, which I assume is very fine.
I mean, Tidra doesn't necessarily believe that that's how the world was made, so he's just like, he's like almost indulging you, I guess, more than anything. So you're not getting shock, you're not getting confusion, you're not getting derision from him. He's just like, this is what you believe. That's no problem. I've seen you do magic stuff. It could be true.
It's fair.
It's the best explanation for why the sea is red.
I mean, I'll look at just Draxon, because he's a nature person.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't mentioned anything to do with the 5 nature deities, so he is super indifferent.
Okay. Fair
As
enough.
opposed to
these
normal
are the-
indifferent, he's not super indifferent.
He's right here.
He took a little bit of note when you mentioned why the water is red, because it's a water
Okay,
thing.
so Draxon went from here to like right here.
An eyebrow went.
It's like, okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, I will say, so we need to not tell anyone about that.
Okay.
Great.
Seems quite straightforward.
So I dumped all of my magic into talking to Iffy, and Iffy told me that there is a penance to pay for something that nobody should know.
Okay.
At least it's the way I interpreted it.
This is why I don't really like religion. It's very much like a don't tell anyone kind of thing. Seems really weird. Just tell people.
Yeah,
Or just
no.
don't try to talk directly with your god.
Well, there is that, but I assume
It was
everything went
cool.
okay. Yeah, everything went okay. She got this cool ass bleeding, can't really go into a place where there's a carpet sort out of it.
We can try the scabbard situation, and then I'll just
I
continue.
mean, that's
to talk
assuming that
about how
he
much-
has dust of drynessness, and it's assuming we also want to waste dust of drynessness on your sword when you could, just put it in a bag of holding. And remember to empty it.
Bags of holding are expensive, though.
So will be the amount of cleaning bills we will owe.
This is true.
You could also
but
just leave the sword on your horse, who does not go into buildings, and I'll point down again at the floor that is like absorbing the blood that isn't really like
Just
staining it or
Can
anything.
I
Be
just
like,
put
look, see,
dirt in its
logical.
scabbard?
Put dirt in a scabbard?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's stupid, but I don't know what to do about it. I need a quick fix.
Just rub a little dirt in it. It'll be fine.
So
Look, I appreciate the cool weapon, but it is the biggest inconvenience of all time. This is why women were like got pads. This is why they were like, we need something that helps us. If there is a magical equivalent to a tampon, I will take it.
you have accidentally figured out how to keep the blood from going everywhere.
Yay.
It's the earth. The earth soaks it up. So
Yeah.
you put
We're the best.
so when it's like indoors, the blood just goes everywhere, right? But
Mhm.
when it falls on the earth, it just returns to where it came from. Returns to where it came from.
Look, I get it. I heard you say it the first time. I wasn't going to bring attention to it. And I know where this sword came from.
Do you?
Okay.
Anyway,
I mean, I'm
You
getting
put
an
dirt in your
idea.
scabbard.
I wonder
and then you
what
stick the blade in
would
there.
happen if we put the sword in water.
I don't know.
You
We can try it next time we're near water.
Let's
Okay,
try
so I
not
put
to
dirt
mess
in
with
it.
nature, please. I'd appreciate that.
Put dirt in it. It works.
Seems to.
I mean, look at the bright side. This has
Okay.
gone really well. Wonder if we got the sword as like a reward for sorting out the dragon. I feel like we'd have more money if we killed the dragon, though. If I'm honest, like, did we
Yeah.
like deliberately not
I
investigate
don't
their
know
lair?
if we
Because
killed the dragon.
I don't feel like this is something I would have done.
I don't think we
Hmm.
did. I'll be honest. I don't feel like any more heroic key.
My sense of vengeance for my original village has not dulled.
That's
is
a pretty
correct.
good indicator. And we'll just wait till Keelikek and... Or I'll wait till Keelikek and Nemi leave unless someone else has something to say.
I have a question for
You might have to
Leland.
drag them out, to be honest.
Yes.
So, if talking to your god gave you that sword,
Uh-huh.
what?
Well... Go ahead.
Not directly, but you know what I mean. What would happen if I tried to talk to one of my nature gods? What do you
Well,
think would happen?
It was less that I talked to them and more that I sacrificed my whole life before their feet and allowed them to do as they pleased with my soul.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. But you can certainly
A
maybe like
dramatic punch.
petition your nature god to do to maybe be like an emissary or like a knight or be like a weapon on their behalf to aid in any kind of weird stuff they might need doing. You know,
Yeah.
Like getting
like-
rid of a dragon that's plaguing the natural landscape, maybe?
Yeah.
They might do it.
maybe, yeah.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, I don't really know how gods work, but you know,
I don't either. We don't.
If
We
you-
don't. We
like,
have
get really
them. We don't
proactive.
have
I would say try your best. I don't know what your god's like. Just give them what they like. I did that with my god.
Well, they
Complete
all like
submission.
very different
I
things.
kind of liked it. At least I think they liked it. Unless this is a curse. In which case,
That meant me
I'm
they
in
hate.
bed form. Yeah, I'm not thinking about that. I'm keeping good thoughts.
Good job. Good for you.
And then I'll just wait for an Emmy and
They walk out the door, escorted by Hannibal.
What happened?
Got his hands on your guys' shoulders. Look, I appreciate whatever that was. And the next time you come in, drinks are on me. But please, for the love of everything that is holy, get out.
you did too much.
I think that went well, no?
The two of you can add 50 gold to your inventory.
Hey!
Wow,
Let's go! We got great.
that's dope. Y'all got money.
Like each?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's...
Hannibal, it was a pleasure as always. We'll try and keep it a little more on the down low next time. But
Wise,
no
wise.
promises with Keelikek.
That's cap.
Have a wonderful evening.
It was nice seeing you again.
Shuts
My
the door.
friend.
Taking the money
You're so
away
nice.
from him. That's why he's asking you to leave. Patrons can't pay him if they're paying you.
That went well.
So there you are.
We have food with us that they never ate.
Yeah, I would say definitely like
Grab
you,
bag.
like, grab all the food and everything. Yeah,
I'm eating the
Scraps.
stew,
scraps for scraps.
you know.
Do we see the rest of the party just chilling outside, or
They're just chilling like halfway down the alleyway. Yeah.
where? I don't know if Nemi drinks, but I assume Keelikek's probably half inebriated at this point as well. Has been playing and drinking and
Oh, that's
If
Making
you
fine.
give
merry.
any alcohol,
Yeah.
they will drink it. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. My friends, we had a wonder. Where have you been? We have food for you. You guys never had any of the food. It's probably cold right now. Um, what are you doing out here? Did you fix the problem? How have you been? Boy, Kilikek is tired.
Maybe we need to find a place to rest.
Oh, Kilikek knows exactly where that we have to go to the church. That's where we sleep in this town.
Oh,
I'd rather not.
Oh, suit yourself.
is there another area?
Uh, outside the town, we
I
could
vote
make
for that.
camp.
On the floor.
Keelakek would know that outsiders don't sleep anywhere except for the church. The only people that sleep in their own residence are people that live here. And that is because of a very specific agreement and arrangement between the person who runs this village and the people who live here.
What he said.
Hey,
drunk.
Josh.
Yeah.
Do I know if any of our gods would like quarrel with Verus? Because I know Draxon believes in the nature gods, so
Veros doesn't quarrel with the nature gods. They kind of go hand in hand because Veros is very like, this is the natural order of things, and if you upset this, I'm upset.
get grumpy
And
grouchy.
most of the nature gods are kind of the same way. It's like, this is how things should be. This is how they work. If you make it not work this way, I'm gonna be mad at you. But the
Skeleton
two,
are the
they don't necessarily like each other, but they certainly don't hate each other. And most of the time, if they need to, they'll work alongside each other.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
They
So we
don't-
know the.
they pretty much the same answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. He vibes.
Yeah.
A vibe.
There
cool.
are a few in the pantheon that are like, no, bad. Stop that. You know?
Yes.
Let things live. forever.
I do want you to know, Josh, that I did it again when you named something. I was like, what is that?
What
And
do
then
you mean?
I didn't know what they were.
What do you mean?
I didn't know who your god was. I was like, who is that? And I had to look it up. And then I looked at the document again.
You had to see who Veros was, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
As a
There's a
player,
lot of
I
them.
know who that is.
You wrote it.
I know. Again, you said forget it, and I said bet.
You know, you're right. You're right. I did. I told you to forget it. It's fine. It's fine.
So, are we going to the church? Or are we going
I'm alright with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
if there's
yeah,
nowhere else
okay.
to sleep, then yeah.
I-
Seems a bit weird. They don't have a tavern though.
Yeah.
We
Josh.
just left the tavern. It's just there's not beds in the tavern.
How unstraight is Killick walking right now?
I'm gonna use
And
my
then he's
mage hand
trying
just
to
to like
course correct.
occasionally poke him so that he could go straight.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to course correct him as much as
Gotcha.
possible,
Okay.
while also eating stew and eggs. He's put eggs in the fruit stew.
Oh. Okay. Well, you know,
As you do.
to each their own. I suppose.
Yeah, as you do. That's
Sure.
a joke, as nobody does.
No, as you do. So you guys go to the church then.
Yes.
All right. As you approach the building, there are a couple of skeletons posted outside, and there is, along the entire front of the building, there's this long, beautifully crafted stained glass window. It spans the entire length of the building. Above the door is a symbol of a cypress tree with red poppy blooms on it. And the rest of the stained glass essentially is telling the story of the convergence from start to finish, how it started, which gods decided that they didn't want humanity or mortals to stick around, which gods were like, hey, no, that's bad. And fought to keep you all alive, essentially.
I'm assuming Killikek knows about this based on the previous role.
I mean, the story of the Convergence is not unheard of. It is a very popular story. Everybody knows about it. The whole thing scarred the world, and the gods were fighting and all this other stuff, and it was
the origin story.
It's generally a bad time to be a person on the planet. But when everything was all said and done, yeah,
it's beautiful, isn't it? It tells the story of the Convergence.
Is there anything on here about the nature gods?
there is.
I could name them if need be.
Hold on. There is a store. There is part of it of Lelia, but the other 4 are not on here because they were born after.
I don't know if Draxon would know that much about it.
The only nature deity on here is Lelia, goddess of nature and life, and yep, she's on there.
Okay,
Her brother.
that's probably that's the only part I would look at.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Vadizat is on there. And that's how I'm going to choose to pronounce that.
That's fair.
Yeah. Those two are twins.
Would I know who that is? Seeing as it's
Yeah, because he's like he's like the brutal side of nature, like the huntsman and all that kind of stuff. And
okay.
yeah,
So I would know who that is then.
yeah, oh yeah. Sisters of nature and life, and her twin brother is the brutality of nature. And how mean nature can get, essentially. So yeah,
Nature, you scary.
nature, yeah, that would nature you scary. That would be Vadizat. But there's a couple of skeletons and zombies out front, and as you are watching as you're looking at the stained glass and going over everything, they're kind of just like Vanna Whiting the whole thing.
I love it.
That's great.
And one of them opens the door to the church, just in case you want to go in. Doesn't try
Hope
to.
their bones rattle together.
Their bones do rattle occasionally.
Killikek will
Song.
attempt to stumble into the building.
Doing this course correcting as much as possible, just trying to like sway him.
You get inside.
Oh, we had a good time, didn't we, Nami? Oh, you
Oversteering.
danced so good.
Yes,
you got
Killikek,
that guy to
we had
dance on the table. Oh.
So for Keelakek, this isn't entirely new, but it does look a little different in here than when you last left it. There are large stone pillars holding the structure up, and the stained glass, the light that goes through that is basically it just rainbow of colors all over everything in here because that window is so large. The room is very brightly lit because of that window, but it's different shades of reds and purples and greens and yellows and all kinds of stuff in here. And it seems like this is just one big room. It's all one large room. And you're looking around, and it's probably 150, maybe 200 feet long. And on each side, you can see on either end is where like they're not cots or anything like that. It's like actual beds with footlockers and stuff on them. Like they have actual accommodations for people. But there's that set up on either side, and there's just like a few rows of beds for people to sleep in. And then in the center here is 5 rows of pews just fill up the center of the area of the common area essentially. And then past the pews, you can see in the rear of the building there is this throne essentially, and on that throne, watching everything in here just kind of transpire, they're just overlooking the entire thing, is well, they're an interesting looking person. They appear somewhat elvish. They have very green, glowing eyes. They have this thick, billowing cloak and robe that appears to be made out of some sort of flesh or like leathered mushroom. You're not sure what it is. And they have a staff, a very long staff. It's kind of hooked at the top, and in that hook is more like flesh spread. It's really weird.
Very interesting. Hi, cousin.
And just out of curiosity, just because you said it, is it overlooking or overwatch? Because those could be two very different things.
Yeah. They're just. Make an insight check.
Nicely done, sir.
Can I make an insight check? I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Because I don't know this place, and there's a lot of people around.
So this person looks like this. But
You're
they're
You're
sitting,
asking me why I'm scared?
but they're sitting down. They look like that, but they're sitting down on the throne.
Oh yeah, I'm
It's
not.
fine,
I'm
don't
not,
worry about it.
I'm not sus of this person at all.
Never mind. I'm not sus.
Slow
at all.
clap. Slow clap. Josh, is there a tithing box in this place?
There
Mushroom.
is,
Bad cop, worst
so-
cop.
So
in
as
that
soon
role.
as you walk in here, on the right hand side, there is a tithing box that is very clearly labeled. There's no distal. There's no It's not like a box with a slit in the top of it, and you just put your money in there. It's just an open basin. There's money in it. You can put things into it. Maybe you could take things out. You don't know what would happen though.
Keelikek will put. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
On the other side of the door, as you walk in, there is a basin of water. You don't know if it's holy water or anything like that. It's just maybe they expect you to clean off when you walk in.
Does Keelikek remember anything about the water?
I'm gonna tell us a check.
It's my strong suit. All right.
I believe in you.
I believe in a thing called love.
It's
Better than a 1.
Hey, yeah. So generally, people will come in if they want to give a tithing. They can. They don't have to. And normally, they'll just dip their hands in the water. Kind of do that number. Yeah.
From what he remembers from the last time
Yeah.
he stayed. Okay. He's like, Keelikek will immediately go to the tithing box.
Okay.
And well, I guess he'll do the clean off
Yep.
first. It's like this is what they do. It's worth cleaning off, just to kind of as a show of reverence. And then he'll put 5 pieces of gold into the tithing box.
Okay.
And as he does that, he'll mention he'll just do a nod to the guy who's overseeing everything.
Nods back.
That's kind
at
of like
you.
a
Yeah.
more like a thank you for the hospitality, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. When you do that, they nod back and gesture with their hand outward as to indicate, you are welcome here.
Perfect. And Keelikak will do his thing. He just because he's just like, I'm tired, I'm drunk. I just go to the bed, put my stuff up, and just like face plant into the bed, and he's out.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
So any unoccupied bed has the footlocker at the bottom. Each footlocker has a lock on it, and if it's unoccupied, the lock has the key there with it, and you can just use that key, unlock it, take the key if you need to go anywhere in town. That way, nobody else can get in there.
Nemi walks over to the tithing thing, takes like, he has like it looks like a flower crown. That's literally just like part of his hair.
Okay.
Takes a petal from one of the roses on his head and drops it into the tithing box. Kind of looks at the water and will try to do what Keelikek just did.
Sure.
As best from his memory, and then bow as if he just performed something, and then find a bed.
Keelikek, you have another inspiration.
Yeah.
Keelikek is racking them up.
So
That's
many.
right.
Who keeps giving inspiration to the bard? That's their job.
Yeah, right.
I will pay it forward. I pass the savings on to you.
Yeah. Okay. So you dab the water, bow, and the entity on the throne just kind of nods and gestures the same way they did for Keelikek.
I am staring at him so hard right now. Not like in a glare, just out of like pure wonder and this amazement.
You hear you hear in your head, "Hello, cousin."
He's one of
Nemi
those.
seems unreasonably happy, but nobody knows why he is beaming.
When you heard this, however, it like the entire thing was just a cacophony of like whispers, just echoed whispers over and over in your head.
First time?
For what? For what?
No, I'm just saying,
Oh.
as a fake creature. First time?
Oh, okay, that's fair.
But yeah, he is skipping. He's skipping, and his tens are like jingling as he skips.
Yeah, that's hard to avoid. All right. What about the rest of you? What do you want, Greta? Jeez.
Is it the void dog?
It's the
Void dog.
Void dog.
Come on. Up.
Gotta get the void dog.
Yeah, void dog.
Yeah,
I see.
void dog.
Void dog on a
Dog that
blood
doesn't
moon.
exist.
Man,
Sacrifice
if
for
her
the blood
profile
dog.
came through, it'd be scary. Oh, there it is.
It's like
That's
it
terrifying.
really is just a void dog. Like
Yeah, it's a literal void dog.
Syndra's just gonna chuck a copper piece in as his tithe, I guess.
A copper piece? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you do anything with the water?
No.
Okay.
Maybe tempted to wash his hands, but feels like that was probably inconsiderate.
The entity looks at you, nods, doesn't do anything else.
I mean, if Jackson isn't going before me, I was gonna try to take up the rear so that we wouldn't,
Draxon's still looking
get
at the
stabbed.
stained glass.
Oh, okay.
Those of you who are religiously inclined, be it through class or training or whatever, can make a religion check.
I swear to God, I better
You're-
roll like a god tomorrow. I better
You
roll
won't.
like a freaking god.
You won't.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Keelikek, can I borrow one of your inspiration real quick?
Can't share those. Can't share
Nope.
those. They're for.
I
Yep.
think they can.
He
I
would
think
give you inspiration if he wasn't literally out like a light right now.
So does Llewellyn do anything with the water? Do you do anything with tide
yeah,
blocks, or-
I'll drop a gold and 3 silver in there. I'll do the water thing.
Okay. As you put the water on, so you touch the water, and as soon as you
Yeah.
do,
Oh, no.
your fingers begin to sizzle.
Okay,
See?
I will
This
wipe
is
it off.
exactly why Sindri didn't do it.
I will wipe it off, and I will, hoping this person understands, I'll just like bow my head and go. I mean, I'm not hiding my symbol anymore.
They stand up.
Oh no! No, it's okay. You don't have to do that. I'll put it on. It's fine.
Is Keelikek awake still for this?
That's up to
He's
you.
making his way to the bed.
I think he would still be awake, but I don't know if he knows what's going on.
That would be an insight check, wouldn't it?
I think that would be a perception
high.
check.
Pretty high perception check
Yeah.
for a drunk Keelikek. Okay. Can I roll that? Is that okay for the
Yeah,
DM for
that's
me to
fine.
roll
Yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I hope you roll.
Um,
good. I want Keelik.
It's okay. I have 4 points of.
You have
I
5
want
inspirations.
Keelikek to know
I have
everything
5
that happened.
inspiration. All right. Let's see what we get. Okay, I'm gonna roll inspiration.
Sure,
Okay.
that's a D8. You can roll one of them per roll.
Okay, let's see. Never
So
mind.
you got a 9.
9.
9.
I will say this. It's not common, and you would know this. It's not common for this person, this individual, whatever they are, to get out of their chair.
Okay.
That's not normal. And basically, so Llewellyn dips their fingers into this water. Right? Some of you may have noticed this. If you have a passive perception of 12 or higher and you're standing right there with Lou, you would have noticed that the water sizzled on Lou's fingers.
I'm a demon.
So this entity stands up and very slowly glides over towards you all. Oh, 20
we're being
sides with the
raided.
raid. Thank
Ooh.
you so much.
Hi,
Thank you.
welcome.
What
I'm
are
a
sides?
demon.
Okay.
What a badass
Uh,
name for a Twitch stream, though.
Right? Ah,
That
so
is
good.
actually so cool.
Shift. Thank you for the resub.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Sorry.
So this entity stands up and begins to glide over towards Llewellyn, and you can see now other people that are in here, like trying to sleep, or whatever it is they're doing here, just taking their downtime, who are passing through. Some of the religious figures who are in here kind of like stop and like, oh, something's happening, what's going on? So this entity
But
like glides over to you. As it's coming your way, do any of you do anything?
Nah, man. Clues fucked.
Keelikek will attempt. So Keelikek, he won't get in the way. He won't get in his way. But he will do a bow. And he will say, "This person is with Keelikek. We do not mean any harm. We are simply trying to solve the problems of this town. And we are here to help with possibly the investigation of the attack that happened. And we are here under peaceful circumstances. Keelikek is not very versed in the ways of all of the things that go on between the gods, but this is the truth that Keelikek tells."
It nods as if to, show that it's understanding what you're saying, and continues on.
Has
Jackson's gonna get closer to Llewellyn.
Same.
No,
here.
no, I will just like wave him. I'll try to wave you guys off and go. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever happens is fine.
Tindra's already moved out of the way so he can get you easier.
Not you. I know you're a little craven bastard. You don't
I
need
mean,
to.
I'm still behind you, so.
This creature,
No move.
when it
I'll get in the way.
when it
It's
finally
scary.
gets closer to you, you realize now that this thing is very elvish in feature, but it stands like 7 feet tall. And you're not sure if that's because it's like hovering off the ground, because it was gliding over here, like it just moved, like it didn't look like it was taking steps, or if that's just how tall it is. You're not sure. But
¿Por qué no las dos?
but it glides over and it stops in front of Lou. Looks down. You're different.
That's weird.
Am I? I did make the water sizzle.
That is holy water.
Oh, yeah.
It normally only does that to undead.
You know, I'm not that. That's. I will pull back my cloak and be like, I might be this, and like tap at the chest plate that has the inscription or the engraving.
I don't think so.
And I don't know any other reason I wouldn't be sizzling water.
The entity takes their own hand and puts it in the water, and you can see smoke and like it's essentially steam, right? It starts to boil off. Show me.
Sizzling? Alright. Yeah, I just put my hand in it, just hand flat into the water.
Looks almost identical. Like it's pretty much the same effect.
I'll pull it out.
Roll a d4.
Okay. I have a question. Has this happened before?
No. You take 1
No?
point of radiant damage.
Oh, am I immune to that?
Normally, I would say yes.
Not this one. That's
Not from this.
Oh, no, not 12. 1. Gee golly. I have little fat fingers. Okay. Then I'll just pull it out and go, never happened before?
Kind of leans down and like just
Better not sniff
starts
me.
peering into your soul, essentially. There are no eyeballs in the sockets of this creature's head, by the way. There are
Okay.
glowing green orbs that kind of flame up. And as it's looking essentially through you, and would like you
Okay.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
While he's super focused on Llewellyn, can I cast Detect Thoughts to work out if this is... I need to know if this is dangerous.
I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna let it happen because at this point, I'm just relying on my god to help me if I need it.
Alright.
'Cause that's their job.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Okay. I can't. It sizzles.
That's why they've done it. They've done it to cause damage.
Don't be drinking that holy water now.
Ah! Ah!
So,
All right, I'm done.
Aren't so good.
okay, so you cast Detect Thoughts,
Yep.
and you, Lou, will just let this happen, whatever it is that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tindra.
Surface faults, obviously.
Surface thoughts. Essentially, this entity is trying to ascertain the nature of Llewellyn, trying to find out what they're made of. Because that doesn't normally happen to, you know, people, right? It's not normal at all.
Okay.
Currently has no intention of harming Llewellyn.
All right. Well, I can keep it up for a minute. So as this is going to carry on, inform me, please, of any changes in its service faults.
Sure.
It goes from curiosity to anger or whatever,
Currently it is definitely
or hunger.
curiosity. Curiosity 100%.
Okay.
And it is peering through Llewellyn essentially, and you let it happen. About 20 seconds go by, and the creature pulls back. You're a hollow one.
What?
Hollow.
Do I know what that means?
You're not sure.
I don't know what that means.
You have no soul.
Oh man, I could have told you that.
Gone. It is
Like I
departed.
never had one?
No, you had one at one point, probably, but it's gone now.
Where'd it go? I don't remember doing anything for it to leave.
Just got up and walked away.
Like my dad.
If I
Sorry.
had to,
You
if I
hit your
had to
soul into the same
guess-
grocery store?
If I had to guess, you were born this way.
I was born without a soul.
It does occasionally happen.
Why?
Could be through curse. Could be a deal your family's made.
Don't know them.
Although,
Anytime anyone says that to me, it's usually a bad thing.
maybe.
Care to inform me?
What are you? You look human.
I assume we don't remember. Lou doesn't remember that they fully just let everyone see.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that's
I will.
pretty obscured.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will. I'm. Visibly nervous. I'm an Asima.
I knew it!
A hollow Asima.
Is it not normal? I guess no soul is probably not normal, but
You would be correct.
Asima, why is that important?
Because you're a descendant of a celestial being.
Yeah, nobody explained that at the orphanage.
A descendant of a celestial being with no soul. Interesting.
It's a bit odd when you say it like that, yeah. I'm scared.
We should talk later.
Mhm.
I'm curious.
like- Yeah, me too.
He kind of looks over at Tendra. Stop that. Continues on with the conversation.
You wouldn't know. Literally in the spell description.
Look, I don't know what this thing
You
is. He
still
looks
have-
like a
you still
mushroom
have to
king. I'm not
cast
messing
the
with him.
spell.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
He might have a super high like
bro, yeah.
perception.
I don't know what this
he
thing
was
is.
he was preoccupied.
He could be a god, in which in case nothing matters
Yeah,
anymore.
he
the
could
rules
straight
don't
up-
apply.
He could straight up be Vuros. We don't know.
Nope.
You should know that from the way Keelakek was acting around this thing, that he's not something to mess with.
He wasn't messing with him. That's why he didn't probe deeper.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have been messing with him.
I'm just gonna
So
go.
true.
All right. Call
Andrew
upon
very
me.
carefully went, "What spell do I have that he won't notice?" This one.
We should speak later.
I don't know where, but all right.
Keelakek,
Yes,
you mentioned you wished to help the town.
this is correct. Yes.
Good.
We will do whatever means that we have available to our group to assist. We think this might actually be a mutual beneficial to both of us as well.
That's what mutual means, Keelakek.
Keelakek. Whatever.
Pats, it's okay. You're drunk.
This is true.
Get some rest. And tomorrow, we should discuss things.
We thank you for your hospitality.
And he glides off to the priests who are standing off to the side and leaves you to your own devices.
Bye, cousin.
Stop trying to be related to everybody.
So,
Cool. That went really well.
we are, I think we're gonna call it there.
Yay.
Yeah, we're gonna call it there.
Seems fair.
Yeah. Do we have a cool channel we can raid into or something?
Let me just
Hey,
double check.
whoa, recaps, homie.
We'll do that next time.
The adventure pack guys are still around from last week. They haven't ended
I see
yet.
Distal's place still.
Ooh,
I
Distal
thought they
in?
were. Can we raid into
I thought so
Distal's
too.
place? Oh my god.
know.
Wait. I thought they were here. I thought they were
I
here.
thought so too. Where did they go?
Is Distal's place live?
It says that it's live.
My god.
Oh my
If
gosh.
they're still going and I can actually raid into them for once.
They
Yay.
are. They're still going.
Let's do it. Go.
What? Oh, they're all.
They're all what?
Two of them? Two of them are in cosplay?
What?
Or dressed as their characters?
Here's a recap. Keelakek took everybody on a tour, and it was awesome.
Keelakek
Ghoul
knew
Town.
everything, and that was fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's different.
Stick around for the raid. We're gonna raid into Distal's place.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to raiding now. Thanks everybody.
Go in.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Come back.
Good night, all.
Find out where my soul went. Then maybe we can find my dad.